From the longest cable car in the world to Vietnam's wildest experiences, welcome back to Manishri Vlog. In the last two parts of our Vietnam series, we explored the magical streets of Grand World and flew over the oceans to Sun World Hon Thom Island. Today, we'll take you to VinWonders Safari, home to some of the most fascinating wildlife in Phu Quoc, and then straight into the thrill-packed world of VinWonders, rides, shows, and pure magic. This is also our last day in Phu Quoc, so stick around till the end as we take you along on our journey from Phu Quoc Airport to Da Nang. As always, we'll give some important takeaways at the end of the video. Our VinSafari and VinWonders combo ticket was booked through Klook app. We have used Klook so much on this trip that I feel they should start sponsoring us already.
We are going to visit VinWonders Safari and VinWonders theme park. So let's see how it goes today. First we will take Tuk Tuk to our T2 terminal of bus.
So this was our look for the day. Comfortable, easy and perfect for a full day of exploring. By 10 AM, we were all set, bags packed, energy high. Post this, we hopped into a tuk-tuk and went straight to Grand World Bus Terminal 2. Just a quick reminder, my Phuong resort actually offers a free tuk-tuk ride to Grand World Bus Terminal. From Grand World Bus Terminal T2, getting to VinWonders Safari is actually very easy. There's a free shuttle bus provided by VinSafari that picks you up directly from the terminal and drops you right at the safari entrance. All you need to do is wait at the terminal for a green colored bus. Before boarding, you can always confirm the drop location with the driver. They're very helpful. The bus may make a few short stops at the nearby hotels along the way, but it's completely free of cost and honestly the best and the most convenient way to reach VinSafari. And this is where the real adventure begins. As soon as you enter, you're welcomed by scenes like these, calm, vibrant and beautiful flamingos. VinSafari also has a zoo section inside, which you can explore either by walking or by taking an electric tram. We personally were more interested in the safari bus experience. They offer a guided safari experience with an English-speaking guide who shares fascinating facts about each animal along the way. We spotted tigers, lions, African rhinos, deers, giraffes, wild cows, bears, and so many more, all from an incredibly close distance. This was honestly our first time seeing wild animals this up close, and unlike most safaris where sightings are rare, here the experience was completely different.
On your left side, you see the handsome bear, handsome boy. This is the male bear. For about 10 years old.
Looks like the Queen's and ours vacation coincided. If you're a wildlife lover, this part alone makes VinSafari absolutely worth it. There's also a Giraffe Café inside VinSafari where you can feed giraffes by buying few leaves. From the wild to the wonderful, next stop is VinWonders. This is VinWonders, one of the largest theme parks in Vietnam, spread across a massive area with multiple theme zones. From thrilling rides to shows and attractions, there's something here for every age group. There was no huge line to enter this place. You could just go, scan your QR code from your Klook voucher and get in. As soon as you enter, you're welcomed by a street that feels straight out of Hogwarts, almost like a magical alley, leading you forward. The street is filled with cafes, pizzerias and souvenir shops on both sides. And then, suddenly, right in front of you, stands this beautiful fairy-tale-like castle. This is the heart of VinWonders, the place where the evening show comes alive every day of the week at 7 PM. This is the Typhoon World Water Park. It has thrilling slides, a giant water pool, and a big tornado-style slide. We skipped the water park here because we had already experienced the Aquatopia at Hon Thom Island. But honestly, this one looks super fun. I know there are a lot of things to explore here, but you can easily spare an hour or so to enjoy the splash zones here. Next, we move to the European Avenue. One of the coolest attractions here is the Dragon Spell, first of its kind interactive dark indoor game where you become the knight on a mission to battle an evil dragon. Next, we went to the tortoise-shaped Sea Shell Aquarium. This building itself looks like a giant turtle from the outside, and inside it houses a stunning underwater world with huge marine exhibits. Inside the Sea Shell Aquarium, they even have a mermaid performance. The mermaids glide through the water among the fishes, creating a dreamy, fairy tale-like vibe inside the aquarium. This show happens around 11 am and 2 pm. Look at this view. Anyone would want to be lost in this view, right? And walking through this underwater tunnel felt like being inside the ocean itself. Meet this cute fish with huge wing-like fins and a face that looks like it's constantly smiling. It's almost like it is posing for us. With ocean wrapping itself all around us, the cute little creatures bring out the child in us. Watching life flow so effortlessly around us felt calming in a way that words can't express. Next, we went to the frozen zone. I absolutely loved the penguins. Watching them swim and waddle around was honestly so cute. As we moved ahead, every section felt like stepping into a new world. From Egyptian mummies and ancient style attractions to Maharaja Lounge, which felt like a little slice of home, tea, Indian flavors, and much needed break. Then came these Hobbit style homes, straight out of a movie. Of course, we had to stop and click a few pictures. Soon after, the vibe completely changed to a Pirates of the Caribbean style setup, exploring with a coffee in hand, just soaking it all in. We wandered through the town area and also caught the Aladdin show, which was such a fun experience. And the best part? Everything you have seen so far is included in the entry ticket. No extra charges, no hidden cost. You're free to explore everything around you at your own pace, and that's what makes VinWonders truly special. This section honestly felt like stepping into a storybook. We started with this adorable rabbit in a whole house, very English, very Pinterest coded, and just incredibly charming. Inside, there's an illusion room where everything plays with your sense of scale. From one angle, things look gigantic, and from the other, you suddenly feel tiny. It's such a fun experience. As we moved through the house, there were so many little corners to explore, casually sipping coffee, soaking in the interactive vibes they've created all around. Then, we stepped into an open garden area. We thought this is the end, but no, there were more things to explore. We walked further with curiosity and walked through this cylindrical passageway where the visuals completely mess with your senses. It almost feels surreal. One of the cutest part was the tea party setup, where dolls and characters are sitting around having tea, and yes, they actually move. It's so detailed and so charming. Towards the end, we walked through a maze-styled exit. It's meant to be a labyrinth, but it's pretty easy to navigate. And finally, we reached this hilarious confession room which marks the exit of this section. We then walked past this artificial waterfall, and right next to it was a train junction. It's a short, slow train ride that takes you through a beautifully curated village setup. The ride itself is very relaxed, no rush, just gentle turns and lovely views all around. We were honestly just chatting, wondering where this train would take us, and enjoying the journey as it unfolded. It's one of those rides you take not for the thrill, but just to sit back and enjoy the view.
स्टेशन फास्ट ट्रेन चल रही है।
As the day slowly came to an end, we made our way back to the main castle at VinWonders. Before the show begins, the performers come out and gently warm up the crowd, getting everyone excited and setting the mood. They encourage you to join in, clap along, and feel like a part of what's about to unfold. Seeing the castle lit up at night felt completely magical. The show runs for about 20 minutes. It's a beautiful mix of water effects, firework, fire, lights, and music, all woven together to tell a story. The narration isn't in English, so it can be a little hard to follow the storyline, but honestly, the visual experience alone is more than enough. The scale, the colors, the synchronization, everything feels so magical. We were completely mesmerized, and it was the perfect way to wrap up our time at VinWonders. If you're coming with small kids, it's a good idea to sit a little further back just in case the initial sparks or heat gets a bit intense. We had already booked a Make My Trip cab for 4 am at the resort as we were flying from Phu Quoc to Da Nang via Ho Chi Minh City. Our flight from Phu Quoc was through Vietnam Airlines and the time was 7:15 am. We reached Phu Quoc airport well before time, expecting it to be fully functional, but surprisingly, there was almost no one around. For a moment, it genuinely felt like a deserted airport. While booking our cab, we had noticed that 2 airport locations showed up online. Later, after a quick check, we realized that one of them is an old airport which is no longer functional. So just make sure you select the active Phu Quoc International Airport while booking.
हम काउंटर के पीछे आ चुके हैं यहाँ पे। हमारी देखा देखी ये भाई साहब भी लेके जा रहे हैं चेयर यहाँ से।
Even after reaching the correct airport, the airline counters were completely empty. For a brief second, we honestly wondered if we had come to the wrong place. They don't have a proper seating area in this airport, so it can be a bit tough, especially if you're traveling with elders or kids. After about 1 or 2 hours, the airport staff arrived and operations finally started. There was only one counter open, so the process was quite slow, and to add to it, our flight got delayed. This is pretty common with the domestic airlines over here. Thankfully, we had enough buffer time in our layover, so even with the delay, we didn't miss our onward flight.
हम लोग 1 घंटा लेट हैं टोटल, क्योंकि पहले हम लोग 7:15 की थी, फिर 7:50 की होगी, बट हाँ, और 7:50 के बावजूद 8:15 पे चली है, तो हम लोग अभी लेट पहुँचे हैं, बट यहाँ काफ़ी स्मूथ रहा है। हम लोग हाँ, इनके ये लोग जूते भी उतरवाते हैं, तो कृपया अपना जूते बाहर निकाल के आएँ। और बताइए और क्या रहा है?
ये वाला एयरपोर्ट काफ़ी बेटर है इससे।
ये वाला एयरपोर्ट काफ़ी बेटर है, अभी आपको दिखाते हैं।
Before we end this video, here are a few important takeaways from our experience, just like we promised in the beginning. First, we had booked a travel insurance through Tata AIG for this entire Vietnam trip. It costed us around 980 rupees for both of us. Although we didn't need it luckily, it gives you that extra peace of mind while traveling internationally. Secondly, a very important tip for vegetarians. If you're eating at vegetarian restaurants or see Indian food options, still always double check your order. We were almost served a beef pizza and only realized something was off because of the appearance. So make it a rule, always confirm before eating. Another thing is, if you reach around 1 PM to VinWonders, you'll get ample of time to explore, eat, relax and enjoy. We recommend carry your swimwear. That way you can also enjoy the water park without rushing. Our flight from Ho Chi Minh City to Da Nang had Pacific Airlines as well as Vietnam Airlines written on it. Don't get confused, both of them are the same airline. That's all for today's vlog. And if you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, do follow us there. We'll be sharing more of our travel experiences and tips that we have picked along the way. If you like this vlog, we have a lot more to share. We'll be taking you to a full tour of Da Nang.
हम लोग किसी मेज गार्डन में हैं जिसमें से हम लोग बाहर निकलने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं बड़ी खुशी खुशी, क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि आराम से निकल जाएंगे। क्या हम आराम से निकल पाएंगे पता नहीं।
If you have any questions for us, feel free to drop them in the comment section below and we'll be happy to help. Till then, like, share and subscribe.